This is just, it isn't true. It's, I don't know. It's narcissistic. It's self-indulgent, uh, blameless. I've never seen this kind of self-absorption. This is what it's uncanny. This president stands up there today and he enjoys, folks, reciting the kind of pain Americans are going to feel. Now, he does it in a way that blames the Republicans for it. He's not, he's the leader of the country. He is supposed to be doing things to prevent all of this. And yet, not only is he not doing things to prevent it, he is encouraging these kinds of hurtful, harmful things to happen so he can blame the Republicans for it. The ultimate objective is to just eliminate them as a viable political opposition. But he benefits. Politically, career-wise, he benefits from this pain. He benefits from it so long as people blame everybody but him. So we're getting the opposite of leadership. There is no real concern for people and their lives. That's feigned. So let me go through this again. In the debate on October 22nd, 2012, Obama said, and he was responding, by the way, to criticism from Romney. Romney was saying in the debate that American national security is at risk if the defense cuts are triggered in early January, and then because of the sequester. And Obama responded, first of all, the sequester is not something I proposed. It's something that Congress proposed. And then he said, it will not happen. Well, we all know he did propose it. That doesn't matter. That's what you and I have got to learn to accept. It doesn't matter to anybody that he proposed it, but you and I, for our own sanity, it does matter in that regard. It does matter that we know and can tell people that he's lying about this. He proposed the sequester, and Woodward reported that, and that's one of the two reasons why Woodward is taken to the woodshed, so to speak, by the regime. And after saying, first of all, the sequester will not happen, not something I proposed, it's something Congress proposed, he said, it will not happen. And then he went on to claim further, it will not happen. The budget that we're talking about is not reducing our military spending, it's maintaining it. The very next day, folks, Obama did that interview with the editors of the Des Moines Register, and he told them a completely different story. And in that interview, he praised the sequester. And he said that the sequester, in combination with the end of the Bush tax cuts, would be the equivalent of the grand bargain he'd been offering the Republicans when it came to the fiscal cliff at the end of the year. The grand bargain is what they've always wanted, a big, sweeping agreement that dealt with many things that would propel our nation forward without having to go through another crisis in 90 days. The grand bargain. Well, the real grand bargain was eluding him because the Republicans are not cooperating. So Obama told the editors at the Des Moines Register, and again, let me just set this up. In the debate, October 22nd, he denied that he had anything to do with the sequester, and then he assured people, and I remember seeing this in the debate, he assured people sequester will not happen. Very important that you remember that. Next day, interview, editors, Des Moines Register. By the way, this is when it was learned that he would not let them print this. And remember, the editors of the Des Moines Register were agonizing over this. Should they accede to the president's wishes, stay in his good graces, or should they follow their journalistic instincts and print it anyway? They had news there. And this went on for a week, if I recall. And people were saying, well, why even do the interview if you're not going to have it published? Why grant the interview if you're not going to publish what the president says? We all know the answer to that. The press is going to circle the wagons, protect Obama as they would any of themselves. So in the debate, I had nothing to do with sequester, and it isn't going to happen. The next day, October 23rd, in the interview with the Des Moines Register editors, Obama said, quote, "The good news is that there's going to be a forcing mechanism to deal with what is the central ideological argument in Washington right now, and that is, how much government do we have and how do we pay for it?" So, and this is the money part of the quote, when you combine the Bush tax cuts expiring, the sequester in place, we're going to be in a position where I believe in the first 6 months, we're going to solve that big piece of business. It'll probably be messy. It won't be pleasant. But I'm absolutely confident that we can get what is the equivalent of a grand bargain that essentially I've been offering to the Republicans for a very long time. Now, Obama demanded that the Des Moines Register not publish this interview. The reason was that it was thought at the time that Obama was embarrassed by having openly begged them to endorse his reelection. And people were wondering maybe they weren't going to endorse him. And he had begged them, and maybe it was an anti-Obama piece coming and he was trying to keep hidden. But now we know what it was. The reason why Obama didn't want this interview published, and I don't know why he told them what he told them, but one side of this both these things can't be true. One of these has to be a lie. Either what he said in the debate's a lie or what he told the Des Moines Register is a lie. I happen to think that he meant what he said to the Des Moines Register, grand bargain he wants. So he tells these editors, look, we're going to have the Bush tax cuts expire. That's more revenue. And then the sequester is going to be in place. That's big defense cuts. Oh, man, I'm in Fat City. That's my grand bargain. So not only did he want the sequester, last October in an interview, he was counting it as a good thing and selling it as a good thing to people he thought were friendly journalists. Now, you contrast that with anything you've heard him say the last month, the last 2 weeks. This sequester is Armageddon. This sequester is the worst thing could ever happen. It's Republicans' idea. It's Boehner's idea. This sequester means no cops, no firefighters. It means no first responders at all. It means no military. It means no military workers. We got to keep an aircraft carrier in port. No meat inspections. I mean, you know the list. But last October, in the Des Moines Register, Obama was calculating life with the sequester, and he was counting the ways it would be good. No one on the media has called him on this. I don't know. I told Snerdley today, I wonder if the people at the Des Moines Register even remember that they have this interview.